Hello everybody, welcome back to a very exciting episode of CSGO News. First off, thank you all for the amazing support on my last episode. I really do appreciate the feedback down below in the comment section. Also, thanks to my sponsor, Flashy Raffles. If any of you guys want a great way to earn free skins, also some free giveaways to enter, Flashy Raffles always has amazing giveaways, free to enter on their website, and also a new feature on their website allowing you guys to earn free skins. Everything free to enter down below through Flashy Raffles. So huge thanks to them for sponsoring this episode and a few other ones this week. Let's hop into, though, our breaking news. A lot of great stories in today's episode. The first of which involving kNg. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of his background, of course formerly of Immortals, then 100 Thieves. He was kicked from both those teams for some personal issues, which I'm sure you guys know of. Now, on top of that, though, he has actually followed through with his plans to make his own Brazilian lineup. As announced just last night, he actually, for Virtue Gaming, he started this team from scratch, kicking one of their old members known as kNg. kNg, very well known in the Brazilian scene, but as you guys can see, his entire roster made up of people that he's generally played with in the past, the first of which is Destiny. He spent time together on Keystars. On top of that, also Lule, they spent time playing together back in 1.6, and also at kNg, which I think they spent time on Generation X. The only player he has not played with in the past at all was actually a member S1, and he formerly played for Tempo Storm for a very short amount of time. So I do have to give credit where credit is due, guys. kNg lived up to his word. He made a brand new Brazilian team from his own scratch, from his own mind. He kicked the former players, which he also said he would do, and apparently all these guys have at least some ties to each other through kNg himself. And I don't want to forget, he is actually himself a very good talent in the Brazilian scene. So he promised us, guys, this is going to be a rising, talented team in the Brazilian scene. Do you guys believe him? Will they succeed? We're going to have to wait and see. On top of that, though, I also want to announce one of my good friends, Zuri, who quit gambling a long time ago. He still gets quite a bit of referrals from the gambling scene. We had a record broken, at least in my eyes, a record broken that I want to talk about in the gambling scene on Gamdom.com. It's not sponsored by anything, guys, so please, if you want to use the website, feel free to, but it's not sponsored at all. But Zuri broke a record in referrals within 1 hour of time when an unknown guy, his actual name on the site is Unknown Guy, apparently gambled over $2.4 million within 1 hour. And at Zuri's percentage, his referral percentage is 0.7%, so 0.7%. And yes, that earned Zuri just to right around $17,000 in referrals in 1 hour. Do the math, guys. You can do it back at home yourselves. That means this Unknown Guy legitimately, if it's actually not an advertisement by Gamdom, which I don't think it is, apparently this guy does this on the website every so frequently, but never in this large of an amount, he bet over $2.4 million within 1 hour and actually profited, I believe, around 160K. So that's insane to see, guys. And my friend Zuri continuing to breaking records. Apparently the 17K will go to some good cause. I'm sure it will. That's just insane to see. That's so much money. And also in not so breaking news, if you guys have not seen this Richard Lewis video on screen, of course it talks about Phantomlord, who is, yes, suing Twitch for wrongfully terminating his contract. He had a 2-year contract with Twitch all around the time of CSGO Lotto. The scandal went down there, the knowing the percentages, and he's actually suing Twitch for wrongful termination. I'm going to actually link Richard Lewis's video down below. I watched the entire thing through, and I really can't compete with this. I'll give you guys a very, very brief TLDR, but please, I encourage you, if you've not seen it yet, watch his video down below to try and explain the Phantomlord situation and why he's suing Twitch, and he also might be suing Richard Lewis for some weird causes. So of course, the video actually talks about a little bit of TLDR, guys, if you don't want to watch the entire thing through. If you remember Twitch, why they actually terminated Phantomlord, apparently it was actually not because of him gambling, not because of his doing fraudulent acts. It was because apparently he had some sort of fraudulent subscriber base during his long train. If you guys remember, he had one of the longest Twitch trains ever of sub trains in the CSGO community, and apparently some of those subs, if not a lot of them, were actually fraudulent, and people were actually theorizing that maybe he actually set this up as well as a kind of an advertisement, a kind of a publicity stunt of his own, where he actually paid people to subscribe to him, or actually had a system set up where he was paying to subscribe to himself in order to keep that sub train going. On top of that as well, if you guys also remember the 30-minute gambling rule that was instilled on Twitch, that was not why they actually cut him from the Twitch platform, but there was no ever really clarification as to what that rule meant. So a big point of this argument was it was never really clarified as to how long you could gamble. Was that 30 minutes continuous? Could you continually gamble for 30 minutes, then play a game for a minute and go back to gambling for another 30 minutes? Or was it 30 minutes of total time for while your stream was live consecutively? No one really knew the full rules as to why, how that gambling rule was applied, and yes, that's still to this day not clarified either. So that was also a big problem. But of course, in the very end of the day, guys, we know that Phantomlord did actually, via Skype logs, it was actually confirmed by Skype admins, Skype people, those logs could not be faked, and Phantomlord was asking for percentages on the website, which which did prove he was being fraudulent, and of course fraudulently using those percentages to of course win those bets against real life people. So nonetheless, still a scumbag. And yeah, Richard Lewis's video will be linked down below for all of you guys to watch through and figure out that whole situation. And in mysterious news, in shocking news that no one's talking about, guys, we have a tournament that's going to be gifted to FaZe Clan, other teams out there as well, but still a very shocking tournament going to be hosted in Budapest, Hungary, the first of its kind that I know of, guys. A $600,000 prize pool to only 8 teams. So we've seen this before in the past with many Chinese countries or Chinese hosts who offer an immense amount of money with a very small group of teams. It never seems to really work out well because you pretty much automatically start out in a playoff setting, but this one's going to be really cool, guys. Hopefully going to be put on very well in late March. Should be March 23rd to 25th. It'll be called the V4 Festival to host these 8 teams on screen. If you notice anything peculiar as well, the only real top tier, the best team far and far away, yes, you know it's going to be FaZe Clan, of course, followed closely maybe by Mouse Sports. Other teams maybe Virtus Pro, although if you guys are watching Star Series, Virtus Pro is by far and away really nothing we've ever seen before Virtus Pro. So FaZe Clan should have an easy check to cash here, but it's also going to be really fun to see. Of course, if you guys ever Google V4, it stands for the Visegrad Group, so it's pretty much a collaboration of European countries, that being the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and Poland. So all these teams actually have players individually on their teams who are of that descent. If you're wondering, the FaZe Clan player who actually saved the day here, it was Guardian. He is Slovakian. He's the only player who fits that description and the only reason why they're going to the tournament. So that's crazy to see, guys. FaZe Clan should be winning this one in March, and I don't feel bad for the other teams there because they're still going to be cutting big checks. What a large prize pool for these 8 teams. That's in shocking news. And very lastly, for today's episode of CSGO News, I hope you guys all did enjoy. We have huge announcements coming from ESL Pro League and really cool announcements. They've actually increased their prize pool for the finals itself. The EPL finals will be now $1 million on par with all majors. So that's in huge announcements. Also, though, all exciting for you guys from Europe, the people out there who hate North American side of things, it does seem they're going to try and renegotiate how many spots in the finals each region does get. If you guys are not aware of this, we have the European side of things, we have the North American side of things. They both send teams to the EPL finals to compete for the final prize pool. It does seem though they're going to be reallocating more spots to Europe, although as of right now we don't know how many spots. They will be extending though the number of spots that are offered altogether. Last year it was actually 12 spots, 6 EU, 6 NA. This year it's going to be 16 spots and likely probably going to be 9 European and probably 7 North American. If they go any more than that, we're going to have some upriots, guys. But also it does make sense. There's more European teams competing in ESL Pro League than there are North American teams, unless I checked that wrong. So hope you guys all enjoyed though. That's in big ESL Pro League news, just big news in general today. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a comment down below what you enjoyed. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. My name is Jake. Goodbye.